Hey everybody, this is Justin with Sonar Technologies, and I'm coming at you today with another video of which business types actually need um, a mobile app. And if you're watching this on Facebook and you like this kind of content, or you think about getting an app, and maybe you're just not ready to do an app right now, be sure to follow my page and like this content so more people like you can see this. um, and understand, what's the benefits of getting an app. If you're on YouTube, I do post these videos both on YouTube and Facebook. Be sure to like and comment on this of what you're looking for in an app or any ideas you have, or just follow my page if you're interested but you're not quite there yet, and you maybe in the future you want my services. I want once again, I'm Justin. I'm with Sonar Technologies, and I am in the Fox Valley area, Oshkosh, Wisconsin. I do service that area, and I also service the nation as a whole. Um, First off, the businesses that need an app, I mean, it ranges wildly. Usually, sometimes the big businesses have a custom app they want built, like, like even a factory. They tend to have like some kind of utility app or something they want to use within the business, and they may very well have, say, an IT department, and they may even have their own software engineers for these jobs, but it just makes more sense to contract out that work to someone else to keep their guys working on their own problems within their own systems. And then I would simply build that app for them, and then I would hand it over to them. And then from there, they maintain the app with their own software engineers. It just saves them time. They don't have to hire another guy. They quickly get it done, and then once it's in their hands, they take over. Or sometimes they want a maintenance contract, and those usually are like very specific pieces of software that they need. They don't got the manpower at the time to handle it. They don't want a full time, they don't want to hire a new full time employee for the time being, and the guys can take over and maintain it from that point on afterwards. Other people that would need an app or should be interested in an app would be retail stores, uh, restaurants may need an app, things of that nature. Any type of little, a smaller business that needs repeat customers. So the benefits of having these things is you can get customer loyalty programs built right into them. You can give them special discounts within for using the app to try to generate more business from that app. It's going to save you time, and you're going to get more sales from an app because once again, it's in their pocket. They're always checking their phone. And you can get a sale right from the living room, and like you don't have to necessarily do delivery right away if you're a retail store. You could do, say, just a quick sale if it's local, and they can go pick it up, and then all you have to do is take it off the shelf real quick and monitor your admin panel for different sales that happen, who it is for, and then just have them bring their ID in when they go to do it, just like Best Buy does, right? Um, Restaurants have loyalty program apps where they get special discounts. Some of them even offer, like if they're doing like a new menu item and they want them to try, the people with the apps have a special discount to where um, they get exclusive first dibs on a new product, and that's a benefit to them because then they don't have to sell that product to everyone. They can get a little taste test for their loyal customers. They can try it, see if they like it, and see if, say, they want to move on with that product and put it on their menu. Taco Bell did this with their quesadillas. Um, do I pronounce it right? Quesadilla, quesadillas. But anyways, they actually did that with their quesadilla products. If these things didn't work, I mean, these big companies would not be using them. Like McDonald's uses them, Target uses them, um, Burger King has one. Damn near every big chain that you can think of have these apps. If they didn't work, they wouldn't be investing so much money into those things because it generates more sales. Um, but yeah, that's the idea behind them. You're gonna want to, get the you once you already have your customers when they go to checkout. I mean, I don't know if you've ever been to McDonald's, if you've ever been to Taco Bell. Every time you go to the window, they talk about their app. They're trying to get you on their app because they want to be able to reach the customers from anywhere and another channel to reach them at. I mean, if you're a restaurant and you can reach someone at 6 p.m. when they're hungry and they get a deal on whatever your menu item is, they're way more likely to go to your restaurant and eat or order it for pickup or things like that. So that's the idea behind the app. There's tons of other reasons why you can get an app too. Like I've just had some leads on people that hire field service technicians and they're electricians, and they have a schedule for all their employees to go out, and then they want a system built for that. I'm still talking with someone about possibly building this one here. They're not quite there yet. I've had another lead on a rehab center where they're doing like scheduling on people who are intakes, and then they complete the programs and they want to be able to reach to them to see if they're still doing good or if they're successful 6 months later. So there's more use cases within your business for an app. Just depends what it is. Um, Things of that nature. A lot of times we don't think about what they could do. I mean, there's also automations too. If you're repeatedly doing something every day and you have to manually do it, and if there's clear steps being made with what you're doing, chances are it can be automated. So that's all. That's I even my personally myself, if I find myself repeatedly doing something, I make note of that and I can just automate that later. And then that's one less thing I have to do daily, and proceed with that. So if you ever in those businesses or even within the business where you need retention, you need customer loyalty, even stuff like a tattoo parlors can probably benefit from it because you can put your new artwork up or your new designs and you can post it and everyone that you has your app can be notified of it. There's so many use cases for a lot of different small businesses. I'm gonna say the cost of the app is something you do have to consider, because one, there's gonna be an upfront cost, which I mean, depending how complex you want it, there will be like a cost to it. Obviously, I tend to tell people when they go in there, we do it in phases. You get your first initial idea. You don't worry about design too much. We'll just use the basic design. It looks nice enough. You get it running. You start pushing it. See if it's something that's going to catch on over time. And then you just improve upon it from there. And I call them like the phases. Phase one would be these four features. We're going to do this, this, and this. It's clear what we're going to do. I can figure out how long it's going to take me, and then you work from there. And then phase two, if you did like it, maybe you have a new feature you want to add into it, you simply add it in as we go. And then if you want a new design, let's say it's doing really well and you're making a lot of sales, well then you just do add a new design. We start adding designs. You find a design you like, you let me know, and we work from there. That way it keeps costs down, and you don't have to worry so much about a big risk in going into it. But that's something to consider. Another thing, the after cost. The after cost usually isn't too bad. You can handle, a few hundred customers for under $100 a month. It depends on what you do. I do have maintenance contracts available, also, and what that's for, as with software, there's always going to be something that needs to be worked on. So I have some basic plans set up. If you find something wrong with it afterwards, there won't be an additional charge. I'll just go fix it, depending on what it is. Within the app, and then I do the server maintenance for you and stuff like that. But generally, once it's set up and running, it's going to be working, and there's going to be little things you're going to have to fix along the way, and just let me know about it, and we fix them. But even with my app, with thousands of users, my personal app I built, it's generally under 100 a month. So it's usually floating around like the $90 range. I mean, the cost will rise the more users you have, and depending on what you have for different systems. Like I know the cost rose when I implemented these email systems into it, and then I also have a different server that has the cost. But it depends. If you have a basic app, um, and it's most retail stores maybe you have 500 users, the cost isn't going to be that much. Plus the maintenance contract, it could easily pay for itself. And then I would say if you're using other specific software, let's say you pay monthly for a piece of software and then it's starting to get expensive and it's getting over that $100 point. It may, or 100 to a couple $100 a month just to use that software. You may want to consider building your own software where it's in your own hands. You can customize it. It does exactly what you want it to do, and the cost is actually going to be lower than continue to pay them the higher price, depending on what it is. Because some people pay up to $1,000 a month just to have every one of their employees use a piece of software, or depending on what it is, it starts to add up quick, and you may very well be able to get away with that with a couple $100 a month, and you can have it be customized any way you like it. That's something to consider. Once again, if you have any questions in the comments, just go ahead and throw a question. If your business is thinking about doing this, there's no rush. Just go ahead and follow my page for more content like this. If you're on Facebook, follow my Facebook page. If you're on YouTube, follow my YouTube page. And we can continue making videos, and you can see what it's like to build apps and what I'm doing on a daily basis. And there'll be more informational content that I'm going to be putting out, like different things you can do, like what is a repository, what is, all the tools I'm using, what is, databases, what is servers, what is a web app, things of that nature. But go ahead, follow my page, and you'll get more content like this. Otherwise, I'm going to get back to work on my daily stuff, and you all have a good day. Thanks. Bye.